Welcome to St. Joseph's College and welcome to my video channel. This is Dr. Jayarama Reddy, Professor from St. Joseph's College.
The algae are chlorophyll-containing primitive plants, both prokaryotic and eukaryotic, with wide range of thalli starting from unicellular to multicellular organizations. They are autotrophic and hence can manufacture their own food. The algae comprise of a large heterogeneous assemblage of plants which are diverse in habitat, size, organization, physiology, biochemistry, and reproduction. They are the most diverse group of plants found in all types of habitats. Algae produce highest amount of biomass. 41% of the total biomass in the world is generated by this group. Hence it becomes the most significant source of food for most animals, especially in the water.
Welcome back and welcome to a new video on classification of algae and a brief account of algae. In this video we will learn the general characteristic features of algae. At the same time we'll also learn the Fritsch classification or classification of algae by Fritsch. Coming to the general characters of algae are ubiquitous. Algae are the photosynthetic and autotrophic organisms, and they produce highest amount of biomass on the earth. 41% of the total biomass of the earth is produced by algae, and algae are very diverse, and in fact algae are the most diverse organisms because they exist, they are found in three different kingdoms. Algae are distributed in kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, and also in kingdom Plantae. There are about 72,500 species of algae that have been identified so far. Algae are distributed all over the world. They are found in all sorts of habitats. They are found in extreme temperatures, they are found in hot conditions, cold conditions, they are found in the ice, they are found in the water, they are found on the land, they are found on other plants, they are found inside different plants, inside different animals. So almost all kinds of habitats are occupied by algae, but we have different kind of algae. Coming to the thallus diversity of algae, and even in thallus diversity, there is a great deal of variation in algae. We have unicellular algae like Chlorella on one side. On the other side, we have giant algae or kelps, where we have the algae growing up to 175 feet. The smallest alga is nanochlorosus, which is about a few microns in diameter. On the other hand, we have macrocystis, a giant alga or a kelp, which grows up to 175 feet. So there is a great deal of diversity as far as the thallus diversity of algae is concerned. We have algae which are unicellular, where we have algae which are colonial, we have a cluster of algae forming one organism. We have filamentous algae. Filamentous algae may be branched or unbranched, and we have parenchymatous algae, where there is a great deal of organization in terms of the tissue inside the thallus. The thallus is very well differentiated into different types of tissues. So as far as the diversity is concerned, there is a great deal of variation in algae. When you come to the reproduction of algae, there is a great deal of diversity even in reproduction. They mostly reproduce by sexual methods, they also reproduce by asexual methods, and when it comes to sexual reproduction, they are reproduced by isogamy, anisogamy, and oogamy. So even in reproduction, there is a great deal of diversity. But one significant feature of algae is the zygote is directly developing into the organism. There is no formation of embryo. Embryo formation is not seen in case of algae. Another important feature about algae in terms of sexual reproduction is the sex organs are not protected in case of algae, except in some cases. For example, in case of Cara, in case of Nightella, the sex organs are protected by sterile cells, whereas in all the other cases, sex organs are not protected. Algae may be flagellated, non-flagellated. The primitive algae like Chlamydomonas, Euglena, they are flagellated. They show locomotion with the help of flagell. But the other algae are not flagellated. The gametes of algae are flagellated, mostly flagellated except in one class. In all the classes, the sex organs or in the gametes are flagellated. When it comes to flagellation, there are different kinds of flagella. They may be uniflagellated, biflagellated, tetraflagellated, and there are two types of flagella. One is whiplash flagellum, the other one is called tin cell flagellum. Whiplash flagellum is like a thread, whereas the tin cell flagellum is like a feather which is having hair-like structures on the central axis. There is a great deal of variation even in terms of pigmentation. Pigments were originated and evolved in algae, and there are three classes of pigments. One is chlorophyll, next is keratin and phycobilins. Even among these there are different types. For example, we have chlorophyll A, B, C, like that. Even carotenoids, we have different types of carotenoids. Even phycobilins are also different types. So there is a great deal of diversity in terms of pigments also. Each class of algae has different type of pigments. Next important thing in case of algae is the reserve food material. See, reserve food material, mostly it is in the form of starch, or sometimes it is also in the form of fat. So there is a great deal of diversity even in terms of reserve food material. Different classes of algae produce different type of reserve food materials. Usually algae show alternation of generation. There is a gametophytic stage which is haploid in nature. There is a sporophytic stage which is diploid in nature. So gametophytic phase always alternates with the sporophytic phase. When you study this in case of algae, there are four different varieties. One is haplontic, second one is diplontic, third one is diplohaplobiontic, and the fourth one is triphasic. So in all these cases there is some variation from one type of life cycle to the other type of life cycle. There are 72,500 species of algae, and algae are classified by different people, and one of the standard classifications of algae that we generally follow is the classification by Fritsch. According to Fritsch, the division algae is divided into 11 different classes starting from chlorophyceae up to mixophyceae.
The algae are classified by several, but the classification by Felix Eugene Fritsch is widely accepted, according to which algae are classified into 11 classes. Each class is very distinct and has many orders. The 11 classes are as follows: Chlorophyceae, Xanthophyceae, Chrysophyceae, Bacillariophyceae, Cryptophyceae, Dinophyceae, Chloromonadinae, Eugelninae, Phaeophyceae, Rhodophyceae, Mixophyceae or Cyanophyceae. Of the 11 classes, Chlorophyceae is the most significant class. It comprises of green algae. Phaeophyceae and Rhodophyceae are the advanced groups. Mixophyceae comprises of the prokaryotic blue-green algae. The algae are chlorophyll-containing primitive plants, both prokaryotic and eukaryotic, with wide range of thalli starting from unicellular to multicellular organizations. They are autotrophic and hence can manufacture their own food.
Thank you for watching my videos. Please like, share and subscribe. We'll meet again in the next video with some other topic. Thank you very much.